Hey guys, it's Marissa. So first off, I just want to say I am uploading this video a day early than what I normally upload. I upload normally on Wednesdays and Sundays, but this video specifically is a very special video. So today, Saturday, May 23rd, I am doing a summer 2020 tag with I think 14 other girls, and this is all brought together thanks to Erie's life on YouTube, and I will put her link and everyone else's link in the description below. And what our videos consist of that we are doing for the collaboration is that we're all answering the same 10 different questions, and we're just doing either like our makeup or a vlog, just different things that we like to do on our channel. And we're just hoping to bring all of our platforms together so that all of our audiences can just go support one another. So these are the girls that are part of the collab, and sorry if I mispronounce some of your names, I'm not really good at that, but here are the 14 other girls. It is Jess Cifuentes, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, I'm so sorry, but it's a.jess27 if you want to go follow her on Instagram. And then there is also Kate White, Crystal Valenzuela, Aries Life or Ariel, Leslie Arana or Lexley07 on Instagram, Alexis Kennan, Aisha, which is also Aisha Tind, Dakayla J, which is also Dakayla J_ on Instagram. There's Jen KK Beauty, Maribella M or Maribella1778 on Instagram. Then there's also an Instagram page which is Stay at Home Mom Makeup and on Eatly Tay. So I'm going to put all of their channel links in the description below so you can just go check them out and check out their kind of content, and if you're interested in them, and just try to give them as much support as possible since we're all small YouTubers. But for today's video, I am going to be answering those 10 questions that were sent to me and what my answers are. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to be doing one of my most favorite looks that I always wear all the time, along with like one of my favorite outfits that I wear. So if you want to see how I did this super pink makeup look, then just keep on watching. So the first question is, what is your favorite color to wear in the summer? And as I'm wearing right now and the makeup look that I'm doing today, it is pink. I always love any kind of colored pinks, and that is like one of my most worn makeup looks as well. I just really like that color, and I just think that it really describes who I am. I just describe myself as being a very bright and adventurous person. I just like to try new things and just meet as many people as possible, and I just try to create a more of a positive impact on others, just like the color pink. I just think that's a very bright and positive color. So that's like one of my favorite colors to wear in the summer. I also like the color blue or any light blues, but for today's makeup look, like how I said, we're going to be doing the color pink. So first off, we're going to be creating a base for my eye look, and I'm going to be creating that base using a concealer. The concealer I'm using today is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 08. I'm just going to be applying that to the eyelid of my eye and then just blending everything out using my finger. The next question is, what's your favorite place to go to on vacation for the summer? Honestly, I've never really gone on vacation that often. I've only maybe gone to just Florida, Ohio, and California. Like, I've never really traveled that much, but I think if I were to choose somewhere I want to go, it would definitely be Florida, because I do have relatives that live down there, and I just think that's a really beautiful state, and they have a lot of different things to do, like Disney World and just like the different amusement parks that they have, like the Orlando Resort and all that. So that would be a really nice state to go to, and like how I said, they just have a lot to do, and I already know people down there, so it would just be really fun to do for summer vacation. Now we're going to be starting the eye look, so I'm going to be taking the Morphe M321 brush, and I'm going to be dipping into the James Charles palette, and I'm going to be taking this hot pink shade right over here and just applying that to my crease first. And the shade that I'm applying is called Skip. So I basically answered 2 and 3 with the same question about how I wanted to go to Tampa, Florida there for summer vacation. And the next question is, what's your favorite go-to nail color for the summer? Anything really like in the white or pastel kind of colors I am obsessed with. Like, I love those kind of colors. I just think that they're really pretty and they can just match with any kind of outfit. So I usually do that, especially with like any of the press-on nails. But lately I have not been wearing any nails just because of the pandemic going on, and I just think it's more hygienic it just to not wear any kind of nails right now. It's just easier to keep them clean. But after this all passes and it's closer to summer, I'm definitely going to start doing more tutorials on how I do my press-on nails and how I create different acrylics myself. I just think it's really fun to do, and it just really passes the time by as well. Now we're going to be deepening our crease with this really pretty magenta color. It's like a darker purplish pinkish color. I'm just going to be putting this into our crease and just buffing everything out. The shade that I'm applying into my crease is called Love That. Now I'm going to be taking the Morphe M330 brush, and I'm going to be taking this lighter pink color in the James Charles palette. And I'm just going to be blending all of those colors in together and just making sure everything is completely blended and nothing looks too patchy. And that shade that I'm using is called Pinkity Drinkity. And since I did lose some of that pinker pigment that I want, I'm going to go back in with that hot pink color that we started from the very beginning. And just with that same Morphe M330 brush, I'm just going to be tapping that on. Now we're going to be dipping into the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette, and this is one of my newest favorite palettes. I'm really excited that I got my hands on this, and the packaging itself is just super gorgeous. I really love the velvet texture. We're going to be dipping into this shade, which is Wet Jewel. It's like this really pretty, almost like a pressed glitter shimmery shade. I'm just going to be applying that to my eyelid for the look. Also, this shade involves one of his newest ingredients, which I think is really cool, and this is definitely one of my new favorites. And there's literally no complaints that I have about any of the shades really, especially these ones. These are just so gorgeous and they can go with any look. Now we're going to be dipping into the shade Pink Magic, and I'm just going to be applying this with my finger as well. It's still going to be that same kind of shimmery shade, but it's just a lot more darker. And I just think this really just brings on a lot better of a transition into the outer corner of my eye. And then I'm just going to try to clean it up a little bit and add it as more of like a cut crease. The way that I'm going to be doing that is using an e.l.f. concealer brush. I'm just going to be dipping back into that Wet Jewel shade. And I'm just going to try to cut my crease very gently with that shimmery color. Now we're going to be applying the e.l.f. liquid liner in the shade Jet Black, and I'm just going to be creating a wing with that. The next question is, what is my favorite summer eating spot? And it's honestly not too much different than what I just eat all the time, and I really love McDonald's, especially like any kind of chicken sandwiches that they have. I know that's pretty unhealthy, but honestly I don't really care. But when it comes to like actual like summery drinks and stuff, I always love going to Tropical Smoothie to get their Mango Magic smoothie. I think those are like one of the best ones. It's honestly one of my favorite flavors as well. I just really like that place, and it's also very healthy for you, so that's like my healthy option of what I like to go to for the summer. Now I'm gonna just go back to the eyeliner, and I'm not gonna rush this at all. I'm just really gonna try to take my time. Now I'm going to be taking some of the Clinique makeup wipes and just really trying to clean up any kind of fallout, or just trying to sharpen that wing as much as possible with it. I just think that this is a really easy way to do it, and honestly I kind of consider this a little bit of like a life hack instead of just adding on more concealer, because for me, whenever I try to do the concealer trick, it just really makes my makeup at the end of the day look really cakey, and it just kind of cracks there. So I just find this a lot more helpful. And now I'm just going to wipe down my face just really briefly with that same makeup remover wipe, and just so everything, I just make sure that there's no other fallout from the eyeshadow on my face. My favorite summer drink, as I said, was probably either Tropical Smoothie, or I just really love slushies, especially if I get to mix it with Coca-Cola or cherry. I just think that those combinations together just are really good. I think slushies are really super refreshing, especially for hot Michigan summer days that can be in like the hundreds or even high 90s because of the humidity that we have here. So I think that's definitely one of my favorites. You can bring that to wherever, even the beach, to the shopping mall, and they're super cheap and affordable. So now I'm going to be priming my face using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm just going to be applying this with my finger and just blending everything out into my skin. Now I try not to wear very much foundation if I don't have to, unless it's for certain events and stuff, so I'm really just going to be wearing concealer. So the concealer I'm using is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Concealer in the shade Ivory, so I'm just going to be applying this right around my face, not exactly underneath my eyes because I'm going to be using a lighter concealer afterwards, but for now I'm just going to act like this is a foundation, just a very lightweight foundation, and just apply this to any kind of discoloration or redness that I might have. And I'm going to blend everything in using the Real Techniques Beauty Complexion Sponge. I always find just using concealer is a lot better for my skin because I used to have really bad cystic acne, and because of that reason my face can get really oily really fast. So with concealer it just really helps for me, and I've noticed that it just helps my skin keep clearer as much as possible. Whenever I used to use foundations on a daily basis, I noticed that my skin was a lot more irritated really fast, and I noticed that my pores would get clogged really fast as well. And so I usually don't have that problem anymore whenever it comes to concealer. Once in a while I do still, but not nearly as bad. So this is why I do that trick. To really brighten underneath my eyes, my chin, a little bit of the bridge of my nose, and also the center of my forehead, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fairest. And I'm just going to be applying that to those areas and just blending everything out again using that same Real Techniques Beauty Complexion Sponge. The next question is, what is my favorite activity to do in the summer? That either is just going out with my friends and just going out shopping to like outdoor malls and stuff, or if I'm staying at home, which we probably all will be doing still for social distancing, which is just riding around my neighborhood in my bike or my car just to get some fresh air and just try to keep my mind off things if I'm getting a little bit stressed out. Another really fun thing that I love to do in the summer, especially on the hot and humid days, is definitely swimming or just trying to just cool myself off as much as possible rather just being cooped up in the house all day in the AC. So now I'm going to be setting my face using the Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Naturally Neutral. I'm going to go back in with that James Charles palette again by Morphe, and I'm going to be going into those two brown shades in the upper left corner of the palette, which is in the shades Tea and Benny. And I'm just going to be taking an angled brush and just filling in my brow as much as possible with that pigment. I'm also going to go back in with that hot pink shade again, and with an e.l.f. Precision brush, I'm just going to take that hot pink shade and also that magenta shade and just going underneath my lower lash line and just buffing those two out together. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Beauty Sleep from that Bloodlust palette, and I'm just going to be adding that to the corner of my eye and also my brow bone. My favorite swimsuit, I don't really have a favorite swimsuit. I usually just get like a new one every year, but there is this one that I do wear a lot that I have owned for like the past 2 years. I honestly need to get a new one, to be honest, because it's starting to get a little bit small on me, but it's like this really pretty like dark navy green color as the top. And then also on the bottom, it kind of has a little bit of the navy green, if I can remember, and a little bit of gold on the side of it. And it has like these really cute like palm tree print patterns on it with like a white bottom. So it's really pretty, it's really cute, but also super simple. And that's like my current favorite swimsuit right now. I'm actually going to be bronzing and contouring my face using the shade Monarchy, which is like this really pretty light tan matte color. And I'm just going to be applying that using an Ulta Beauty blush brush. I honestly cannot wait for the summertime because literally I have not felt or looked this pale in so long because of everything going on, and since we've all been staying home, I have not been able to go outside that often, and I feel like I just look so super pale, so I cannot wait to start tanning this summer. For blush, I'm going to be using the shade Royal Pain from the Bloodlust palette as well. And I usually like to apply my blush and bronzer pretty heavily before I set everything in using the setting spray by Morphe. That way I can really blend everything into my skin a lot better. But until then, I know this looks really ridiculous. So now I'm going to be setting my face with the Morphe setting spray like how I said, and I'm just going to be blending everything in. My favorite summer beauty product, I would have to say, if it counts, sunscreen, because without it I would honestly just burn so easily. With my skin and how pale I am, I literally burn really easily, and if it wasn't for sunscreen I wouldn't be able to even tan at the slightest. But if that doesn't count, then I would probably choose lipstick or any kind of chapstick. Because of the heat and the humidity, it really chaps my lips a lot. So I like to use that as much as possible just to make sure that everything is nice and hydrated, and then I just try to keep myself from burning up as much as possible. For highlight, I'm going to be using the same shades as my inner corner and brow bone highlight, which is the shades Wet Jewel and Beauty Sleep. I'm going to be applying this using an e.l.f. blending brush all over my face and just reblending everything into my skin one more time. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Ulta Beauty Maximum Lashes Defining and Lengthening Mascara. This is in the shade Jet Black, and I'm just going to be applying a few coats to my top and lower lashes. And then for the finishing coat of mascara, I'm going to be using the Clinique High Impact Mascara, and this is in the shade Black. I'm just going to try to brush through my lashes and try to separate them as much as possible. Lastly is lips, and what I'm going to be using is the Pixi by Petra in the shade Pastel Petal. It's like a really pretty nude matte lip. This is honestly one of my favorite matte lipsticks to use. I also have been breaking out just the slightest bit. I think it just has to do with the weather changes and stuff. So I am going to be using the CoverGirl Concealer Stick in the shade Neutralizer, and I literally, out of all the spots that I'm breaking out, it's right here in the smack dab middle of my head. I don't know why, it's like right here between my brows. Not in the middle of my head, I don't know why I said that, but still, it's really weird. I don't know why I get that there once in a while, but it always comes this time of year, so I don't know. But this is the complete look. I really hope you guys enjoyed how this turned out. I really love this look. I use this all the time. The same makeup products and everything. Even like the outfit that I'm wearing, this is usually one of my go-to looks with the outfit. But we are not done. There is one more question that we still need to answer, and that is, what is your ideal summer day? My ideal summer day is that obviously nothing is perfect, but I would love to just spend it with any kind of really super close friends and family members that I have, and just being able to just go outside on the perfect, not super humid but not super cold. My perfect summer day temperature wise is like high 80s, and I just think that's like the perfect summer temperature just to go outside and do other things without having to be overly heated to just need to be in the pool all day. Especially for 4th of July and stuff, I just think that is like the best summer weather ever, and usually like a lot of memories are made for me because I get to see more people and more family. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. If you're not subscribed to me already, then I really would recommend for you to subscribe down below if you want to see more similar content from me just like this and just want to see more makeup tutorials. You can also put on post notifications as well if you want to just get notified for every single time I premiere one of my videos. I always just premiere them just so everyone can watch it live and just communicate with each other. And if you also want to collab yourself in this huge collaboration and just want to reach out to me and want to do a video one-on-one together, then feel free to either comment down below or also just email me for any possible collaborations or PR or sponsorships. I'd be really happy to just get in touch with you and get to know you. And again, I had a lot of fun filming this video. I got to meet so many new and amazing girls that are super awesome and funny and beautiful, and they all have very similar interests as I do. So I hope you all subscribe to them down below, and I'll link all of their channels in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!